Hi, how you doing? I just wanted to take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Chris Regini. I've been a teacher in the Half Hollow Hills School District for the better part of 16 years now. I'm currently a New York State Master Science and Engineering teacher for the district. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about this project that I'm really excited to present to you in this application. And that is our automated growing system for food research. Um, we've had the opportunity here to be working in larger systems like you can see over my shoulder for quite some time. Students have been growing hydroponic varietals of anything from microgreens to herbs, leafy greens, and fruiting varieties. For 5 years now, we've really kind of experimented with over 30 total species. We've had the opportunity to establish farm-to-table projects here within the school. We've been donating our produce to local food banks in efforts to reduce food insecurity amongst our local community. And we've even linked our program with many different professionals, both in the farming industry, the tech industry, and the education and even entrepreneurial platforms in our community. So, we've really had a ton of support in building out our knowledge base and establishing a strong ag tech program that we're looking to, increase the efficacy of through the funding of this grant. What we're really looking to do is take our research capabilities to the next level by establishing individualized food growth chambers in which we can integrate a great array of environmental sensors from Atlas Scientific. One of the critical features of this grant proposal is the opportunity to develop individualized growth chambers. Now, in the systems like you can see over my shoulder, we are able to produce a much greater yield in a very efficient manner. However, we aren't able to fine-tune environmental factors and root zone factors related to specific species of plants because, they're sharing our entire lab's airspace and in some cases, large water reservoirs that feed the ultimate systems that we've been using. So we'd really like to be able to, take our research to the point where we can, play with carbon dioxide levels and supplementation within our growing chambers and see the effect of, really closely monitored humidity levels and transpiration rates. We'd love to be able to take a look at how plants perform under the extremes of certain temperature and pH and salinity values within your water systems, as well as understand the effects of potential contaminants on these plants. And again, that's really only something that we'd be able to achieve if we can scale this down and have individual research chambers that students can plan projects around and actually execute them in. We'd be able to link our data collection procedures with, organizations such as NASA with the type and quality of data that we're able to produce as a result. I'd really love for you to see some of the projects here in a moment that students are currently working on, the prototypes that they've begun establishing in hopes of being able to achieve this ultimate goal here that this grant will afford us. So go ahead and take a peek at some of their really, really impressive work for the age of the students that we're working with. As I had mentioned a little bit earlier, we've been able to partner with industry professionals, one of them being Mars Farm, which is based out of St. Louis. And we've been able to receive one of their chambers that we've assembled as a prototype as part of our participation in the Growing Beyond Earth program through Fairchild Botanical Gardens in Florida. This is a program funded by NASA and one in which we hope to do greater work with in the future after we're able to, again, infuse some of these environmental robotics into these systems and focus on individual plant species with very fine-tuned research parameters. Within this system, we've begun running some basic prototyping on small batches of plants, using fairly inexpensive sensors in order to kind of gain proof of concept, and for students to learn things like the electronics and the coding behind some of these. Students have spent time working with Python on Raspberry Pi single-board computers, as well as developing IoT dashboards that they intend to host their data on. They've developed algorithms and have an understanding of the automation of these systems and are simply waiting to be able to infuse a higher grade of sensor in order to have more reliable data. We're really, really hopeful that we can grow this out at some point to going beyond just some casual integration to our middle school science curriculum and after-school robotics and engineering clubs, and really become an actual full-time high school elective course that kids can immerse themselves in and really start to think about moving into this in both higher education and as an eventual career opportunity. So again, thank you for this opportunity to present our work, and we're really super hopeful that we're able to work with you all.